Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video, and today our main focus is going to be on Ripple and XRP, but I also got a little bit of Stellar, XLM, and Vechain VET within this video. Starting it out though, important things to know about XRP and Stellar. As you guys know, I'm really an avid supporter of XRP, but I also really do like Stellar, XLM, Vechain, Cardano, TRX, and there's a couple of other cryptos that I really do like to just hold, talk about, and learn more about. In this case here, it was really awesome that an article was published on Stellar and XRP because now I can talk about both these cryptos at the same time. Now, I've done a couple of videos in the past that are talking about how similar are XRP and XLM to each other, and how are they not rivals, and how are they not taking each other down. So if you're really interested in knowing the differences between XRP and Stellar, or XRP and XLM I should say, and Ripple and the Stellar Foundation, so like kind of the top hats or whatever of the two cryptos, I would recommend you to just type in XRP versus XLM or something related, and you'll most likely find one of my videos on my channel, because in those ones I really elaborately explain the differences. In this case here, I think it is quite important though to just once more state a little bit of the differences, as it can never really hurt. The key thing you'll read about is remittance and remittance payments. Until you know what a remittance payment is, a lot of what you read about XRP about XRP and XLM might not actually make an awful lot of sense. So here's a brief definition as seen on Investopedia. A remittance is funding that is sent or transferred to another party, usually one in another country. Remittances can be sent via a wire transfer, mail, draft, or check, and remittances can be used for any type of payment, including invoices. But the term is typically used to reference money sent to family members back in another person's home country. So wait, does this mean that simply sending money to a family member is a remittance payment? If so, why do Stellar and Ripple pay so much focus on transforming that? Well, not exactly. There is a little bit more to remittance payments than just that. In this case, remittances have played an increasingly large role in the economies of small and developing countries. They are often used as a way to help raise the standard of living for people abroad and help combat global poverty. Again, you get that? It's not just only kind of the first part here. It's mostly actually about the second part. In fact, since the late 1990s, remittances have exceeded development aid and in some cases make up a significant portion of the country's gross domestic product, GDP. So the space that is set to be transformed by the likes of Ripple and Stellar is far more political than just sending money to home to your family. Remittance payments can help families and communities give back to their homes, helping to build profits in the area that can be used to improve the standard of living in that area, and the payments are important and really do benefit from the speed and efficiency of blockchain. Well, all right, so what I want to say with this, and that's making this also important, is that Ripple and XRP, right, or Ripple through XRP, are not just trying to make it easy for people to send money around. Same for Stellar. That's not the only thing they're focused on. They're really trying to improve this world, and they're really trying to kind of stray away or trying to buzz down. How do you say that? Like kind of trying to put it into the ground, the issue of sending money around the world, and really the issue of these sort of lower or third world, not necessarily third world, but like the countries that are having a little bit more issues, that are receiving a lot of remittance payments, for them to really get all the benefits from receiving remittances, all right, from receiving their payments, from receiving the money. They want to make it so there's not this whole process. It doesn't take a couple of days. No, they want everybody to be able to do exactly what they want with the money they got without it being such a hassle to send it back home or send it somewhere, or for a country, being expensive to receive it, or I really don't even know exactly what I should put there. They just want to take away all the issues and make it as seamless as possible. And this does not just make it easy for rich folk who want to send some money back to their children who are also already rich in a different country. No, this actually helps with a lot of issues for a lot of people that are relying on these remittances, right? Because for a lot of people, when you're sending $50, right, the $5 that you have to pay in fees, you don't give a shit, right? But for a lot of other people, those $5 might be another 3 weeks, for example, of food, right? And 3 weeks of pure working. Those $5 can really make a very big difference. That's also what they're trying to help out for. And also this part of the GDP, this is no joke, guys. These remittances play a huge role, a lot bigger than you might imagine right now. One question that people also have been having, that I've been seeing, is Ripple versus XRP. What is the difference? What is what? And now, really, if you don't know exactly what Ripple is and what XRP is, I think you need to take a step back and probably just read up a little bit, right? Here's a pretty good article explaining quite a lot in depth of what the differences are. Well, how I like to explain this is Ripple is just a US-based startup a tech startup. Wow. So it's a company, and XRP is a cryptocurrency. Ripple owns a lot of XRP, but XRP is a crypto, and Ripple has a couple of solutions through RippleNet that they provide to people, and one of those includes the use of XRP. But in theory, Ripple and XRP are independent of each other, and if you buy XRP, you don't have ownership in a Ripple. If you buy into Ripple, which you cannot do, but if you do, you do not own XRP by default. You guys get that, hopefully, though. There's a lot of concerns, though, about it being security, this, that, but if you don't know the difference between Ripple and XRP, I don't think that's worth of a discussion today. All right, next subject. No, I think we have some more XRP before we get into Vechain today. Here we go. Bank XRP on Twitter said, enabling smart contract capability for XRP Ledger, and he has a pretty cool tweet here. Decentralization for a complex world, enabling smart contract capability for XRP Ledger, and you can see a whole tweet attached to that by Flare, which says, we are delighted to announce Spring's strategic investment to help Flare enable smart contract capability for the XRP Ledger. And now really, it's been like the last couple of weeks only that I've really been seeing a lot of emancipation or a lot of movement or a lot of progression for XRP Ledger developments. It's really been just like a week or so since I've really, or no, maybe it's been like a month. I don't really completely know, but last couple of weeks at least, they've really been moving along. At first, it was really kind of a slow process, and they were not really making that much or that many moves or those big of a moves. But right now, really doing a good job, and I'm happy to see. Turnio on Twitter said, we asked you, told we listened. Wait, we asked you, told we listened. I don't really know what they're saying here. They asked you, you guys told, and they listened. Wait, we asked, you told, we listened. I get it now. Thank you. Thank you, me. Turnio is excited to announce that Ripple's XRP is now an accepted currency for use on Block Card. Now, don't really know what Block Card is. I think it's just sort of a blockchain card, new thing that they made over at Turnio. I will not be getting it at all, but I just found this picture that they made here really quite amazing. Turnio Block Card is happy to announce XRP is now an accepted currency. Thank you for your support as we work towards mass adoption. These lines are actually a lot bigger than you might imagine, right? And I've used that the terminology before, but in this case, XRP is now an accepted currency. It's actually not, right? XRP is now an accepted currency on Block Card, yes, and that's pretty cool, and they're working towards mass adoption. But really, in reality, we really thrive to get XRP kind of accepted as a general currency. It would really be amazing if some of the bigger financial authorities, or maybe the regulators, would just state, all right, XRP, it's a currency in our books. It's not a debatable security from Ripple or some stupid stuff. No, it's just another, maybe even independent currency. I don't really know exactly what defines currency, what type of boxes it should tick, not to didn't go too in-depth on that, but just for some people to state it out loud, I think would actually do very well for the cryptocurrency itself. And also, I think that's just really amazing to be able to be part of that. I'm going to be calling the video something like this. I think that's just really something to thrive for again. One fun thing I also saw was on YouTube. I was just watching this little pre-stream from Digital Asset Investor, and I saw this tweet right here from another Vincent Wilson. I don't know if it's the same one or a different one every time. I don't really care though. Bank of America will be using XRP. They will announce it at Swell, so this will push the price to $1, guys. Be ready. Now, one of the fun things I really like to talk about on this channel as well is just how much potential there is for Ripple and XRP. What I also like to talk about though is some hypotheticals or some speculational pieces and such. But one of the things that's really kind of not intangible, tangible, that's really around the corner here is Swell, right? It's going to be tomorrow. I mean, it's the 6th of November already here where I am at. So tomorrow, Swell is going to be. And one of the things I find so cool about that is we really don't know what they're going to be talking about, but there's so much potential. For example, like Vincent said here, if Bank of America was already using XRP, it could be that they would tell us tomorrow, right? It could be. Maybe they aren't using it, maybe they are. Who knows? What I know, though, is that tomorrow will be a huge day, and we'll finally get all these secrets out of the way. Even if they don't work with Bank of America, doesn't matter. They'll most likely replace that news with something greater or something else. They will have some really amazing stuff, and I'm really glad that tomorrow, after a whole year of waiting, we'll finally hear some key pieces again to how our cryptocurrency, I guess in this case XRP, is doing. It's something to really look forward to. I've really been looking forward to it for a long while, and it's also strange for me to see that Swell is now already tomorrow. It feels like it should be a couple of months away still. I know you guys can't really see the left too good, but I can see you guys can still see the whole screen. There's nothing you're missing on the left here, so it's all fine. 55 billion Stellar token burn cuts XLM supply by 50%. SDF has burned 55 billion of the project's total token supply. The XLM USD pair has reacted positively to the news, surging by nearly 25% in 1 hour. 5th of November here, Stellar's native token XLM registered fresh gains on Tuesday as its founders decided to wipe out half of the coin's market supply. The SDF announced yesterday that it has burned 55 billion XLM tokens, and earlier the total supply of XLM was 105 billion, out of which 20 billion were in circulation. The foundation's CEO, Denell Dixon, stated that they removed 5 billion XLM from their operating fund and 50 billion from their airdrop program. I find this interesting to say the least, right? XLM is reacting really positively to this, but I find it interesting. I never really knew how much XLM they had locked up just for airdrops, just to give away, really. I still don't. I still don't completely understand exactly how we should interpret this. I mean, it's pretty obvious here. Luma's remaining SDF operations a ridiculously huge amount still, 11 billion for them. Giveaway programs still a ridiculously huge amount. Partnership programs still a ridiculously huge amount, which is still kind of unfair, I would say. I mean, a lot of money being burnt away, which is good, because I mean, if we compare it to what it was before, it's really ridiculous that you ever got into the cryptocurrency, really, if I just see it that way. But still, I'm wondering exactly how this money is being spent and how I can check it, because I've never done so, but I'm quite interested in doing it now that I've checked it a little bit deeper. Yeah. And moving over into Vechain. Vechain smashes 3-month high with stunning 14% surge as broader cryptocurrency market stands still. Vechain approaches 0.005 or half a cent on Tuesday for the first time since August 12th, and Vechain co-founder and CEO Sunny Lu will deliver a keynote address at the Capitol, an upcoming industry conference hosted by CoinMarketCap. The broader cryptocurrency market consolidates slightly higher as the majors reported modest gains, and I'm just really happy, so to speak, that Vechain has finally given back some gains. I mean, it's been quite a while since we saw Vechain do good, and I also think a lot of people have been losing their faith, / have not been so enthusiastic about Vechain as well as they were. So I think it's a good move from them, and I'm really happy to see this coming along. Also, guys, what coins would you like to see in the next video? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I will actually make sure that I cover some of those. I've seen Cardano come by a couple of times, seen TRX, seen Nano, because it's doing so extraordinarily good. I don't know what position it is at, but it was recording some crazy gains. Here it is, 7% here on the daily. I think it did more earlier today, which is why some people commented for me to talk about that. But I've also seen Pundai X being mentioned a couple of times in some other cryptos. But hey, guys, make sure you let me know what you'd like to see next, and I'll cover it. See you guys again in another crypto video. Enjoy your day, and make sure you go ahead and check out the Facebook group and follow me on Twitter. Take care, everybody.